Somebody gave me a good video idea. Shout out to that person. They know who they are. I talked about Strauss in my last video, but I want to give an update. Now, a lot of people in the Red Dead Redemption franchise, they hate Strauss because Strauss has sent Arthur on a debt mission and he ended up getting sick. Me personally, I don't think it's Strauss's fault that Arthur got sick. Like, how was he supposed to know that man was sick? Because you gotta understand the job that Strauss had. His job was to make sure that all the money was accounted for. When it came to budgeting the money properly, he did a really good job at doing it. Now, Dutch doesn't agree with his methods on how he gets his money from debts, innocent people that can't pay their debts back. That's because the Vanderlyn gang, they used to rob the rich and give back to the poor. Obviously, the more you get deeper into the chapter, that kind of changes. And it's not like Strauss forced him to borrow the money. They knew what was going to happen if you took that money and you wasn't able to pay it back. Let's start with Thomas Downs, the man who took down Arthur with a single cough. Now, from what we see from Thomas Downs is one of the good people in this game. Fun fact, when Arthur gets into a fight with Tommy at the bar, guess who's right there to intervene? Thomas Downs. So that shows you how much of a good person that he is. But we gotta be honest when it comes to Thomas Downs. He chose to take that money from Strauss. Now, this is a lesson for anybody that watches this video. Do not take money from somebody if you don't have the money to pay it back. Now, let's fast forward to when Arthur kicked Strauss out of camp. I understood why Arthur had kicked Strauss out. Thomas Downs ended up passing away. Thomas Downs' wife basically has to pick up the debt. She obviously can't afford the debt and she basically loses everything. It got so bad that Thomas Downs' wife had to sell her own body and she got syphilis. When Arthur sees that, I could see why that could make him want to kick Strauss out of camp. But you also gotta understand that Strauss is not a gunslinger. He's not robbing multiple banks. This is the only way that Strauss knows how to hold his own weight and make money for the Vanderlyn gang. And I'll even say this. Strauss is one of the most loyalist gang members of the Vanderlyn gang because when he got found, they beat him to death and he still didn't give up nobody from the Vanderlyn gang. But let me know in the comments, how do you feel about Strauss? Oh, and this is a sidebar too. If you want to DM me about any Red Dead Redemption theories, feel free.